Welcome to the Rocket City of Houston and Rice Stadium. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. It's the Army Black Knights and the Rice Owls. Reese Davis along with David Pollock and Jesse Palmer will hear from Holly Rowe in a bit down on the sideline. And the Black Knights will kick off first, and here we go. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And he coughs it up inside the 20. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Rides the option, he keeps it. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's the slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great second down opportunity.
The give to the big fullback. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
On the move. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Black Knights!
This defense has their hands full in this game because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job getting hats to him because they know they're going to see the QB run a lot today.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Owls offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And here's the guy they want to feed, this senior running back. He is a steady, reliable, consistent force in this attack.
And you got to love this guy's speed. And to me, David, that's the one thing that really separates him from most other running backs in college football.
Breaks into the open. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down, it's 2nd and 9. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback will keep it. Hard running there. Might have gone into that slide a little early, and he'll be short of the first down. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Now on the option. They're able to make the stop, but he is beyond the line to gain its first down Rice.
These offenses are so hard to stop when you run the option because they play the quarterback well. They get it to the running back. The defense looks pretty good, but 3rd and short, they get the yardage they need, and they move the sticks.
Got it in the middle. It's Jackson. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. The Owls go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Leaves it with the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. great start on this first drive.
And they'll knock him down. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Brown wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. The option look. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Rides the back and leaves it. He is stopped well short of the 1st down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. And this one is perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. On the option, he'll do it himself. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. Let's look at the big picture for Army. They've really got it going the last few weeks, won their last 3, and maybe going to get a little bit of national attention.
Yeah, they had some bumps in the road early in the year, but this is a team that's starting to peak at the right time. They're building momentum, building confidence, stacking these wins. They want to put another one in the W column here today, Dave.
And this is why we love the expansion of the college football playoff. Sometimes you get hot at the right time. Like late in the season, and you look like a team that could do some damage, and then you get to that moment and you get the opportunity now. So keep putting it together and see what happens.
Got the quick pass. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Black Knights send out the punt unit, getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. A little bit of feeling each other out there, down 7-3 as they open this drive. Surge to head for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Just feeds the running back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit.
Number 29 on to punt it away.
Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Leaves it with the running back. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
Winning 1st down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that 1st down.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Wow, the quarterback got away with one there. He's lucky that defender dropped that pass because if he picks it, he might have taken that one to the house.
They kick it away on 4th down. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. First play of the drive comes from the 41. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Running into the open space. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. So now it's 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Brown will throw it. Flips it out in the flat. Could not make his way to the corner. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. Guys, it is Army who carries the lead into the quarter break as we get a look at the numbers so far. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The give on the option. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Makes the grab. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the 1st down marker. It's 4th down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about.
On the run, it's Howard. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
Hey, this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Gets the back moving. Give to the big fullback. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Black Knights are moving quickly down the field. They'll power it inside with the fullback. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Makes a catch. On his feet at the 40. Really putting together a threat now. They get the 1st. It's at the 37. The Black Knights racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, there's an example of the quarterback just creating on the fly, because I think that was supposed to go to the running back on a screen, and he just saw an open guy downfield and said, I don't know, I'm just going to throw it down to this dude. He's wide open. I know it's not how we drew it up, but we'll take it.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. On the option. Pulls it again on the option. Maybe some room here. Touchdown, Army! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's shown it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Brown wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Clark. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line.
Could that be the play that finally wakes them up? Just not a lot of good going on offensively here in this first half. They've only got 3 points to show for their efforts. They haven't been...
Snags it and he's open. They finally get to him. A lot of play there to pick up the first down. That's the way you get things going. A huge play and now attacking from just inside the red zone. In the red area, it's Jackson.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Got it behind the line. It's Jackson. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Oh, he makes the catch. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Big guy smells it. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use the timeout instead. Second down, they'll go to the air. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. Quick strike through the air for the score.
That is a huge way to end this half. Man, cutting into the lead, gaining the momentum. Nice job finishing the half with some positive vibes going into halftime.
On the run from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. Got a little room. He finally goes out of bounds, and what a way to wrap up the third quarter. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. Rice ready to kick off and get things started here in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. Wide receiver comes in motion. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. A run for the quarterback. And the defense drags him down.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done now.
And the Black Knights decide to punt it away. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. And he didn't get the pitch off, and he paid the price. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Gives it on the option. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Brown will throw it. Snagged out of the air. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. And the Owls come to the line with a new set of downs. The give out of the gun. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Line getting set on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. A designed run for the quarterback. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. The Owls pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. That's caught. It's Lane. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. And the Owls come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. There's a crease.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the 1st down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
The Owls kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Gives it on the option. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. 6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. On the option. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. And the Owls back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wide receiver going in motion. They feed him again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. He splits the uprights. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. Army sends its offense onto the field to start the drive. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away. He wants to get the ball to his primary. He's covered. He comes off of him, does a nice job being patient, taking his time, hitting the drag route, getting the 1st down.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll try the right side. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the senior linebacker who's been shaken up. Holly Rowe will give us an update on his condition. Now facing a 3rd and long. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Intercepted, just what the defense's doctor ordered. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Goes to the option. And not even a chance to pitch it as he is slammed down in the backfield. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Brown wants to pass. The throw to the outside is complete. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. The play action fake. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to run it. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to pass. It's complete to the left. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Owls! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. The Black Knights offense will go to work. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
That's the end of the period, and Rice is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. They'll move the wide receiver. Got a little grass. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Sends it back in motion. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Past the 40. On the move at the 30. He has 89 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. Makes it past the marker. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. The Black Knights pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Here comes the option. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the single back. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Quarterback keeps it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. I'm sure they hope they don't have to exhaust all 4 downs, but it probably is 4-down territory as they look to take the lead with a touchdown. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Pocket breaking down. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack. You avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but they'll never.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Black Knights! Extra point here will give them the lead.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Blaine. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Soft spot in the middle. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Line gets set. First down. Give to the back. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football even if they don't get big gains. It's those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Runs through a tackle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit.
On to kick it away.
Takes it on the return. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over in football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Now on the option. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Baseman. Defense.
He was grabbing for anything he could get a hold of and wound up with a fistful of face mask, and it'll cost him 15. And after they mark off the yardage for the personal foul penalty, it's 1st and 10 for this offense. It'll be a gain of 6. That's up 2nd and 4.
And I'm not surprised that they're giving him a touch early in this football game, too, because you've seen it throughout the season. Like, they trust their QB to run the football, especially in big-time situations. We'll see that throughout this football game. But he's already over 500 yards. Like, that's really good. So he's a weapon that they will use throughout the football game.
He now has 108 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter.
I'll tell you what, man, this guy bails out his offensive line a lot. We've seen it over and over. Protection isn't always perfect, but he's just got the ability to scramble and just to create and extend plays. Wasn't able to get the first down there, but look at the situation now he's put his offense in. He was able to get a nice chunk of yardage back to make this decision on 3rd down for the play caller a whole lot easier.
Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Training staff is out there tending to the injured player, and we will step aside. And the Black Knights kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They want that clock to run. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The option look. He'll toss it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Got his man. He's got enough to move the chains, and that clock will keep moving, and they'll be able to run it out.
I love the play call in this situation. You need 1 first down to ice the game, so you're just throwing to the sticks, trusting your quarterback to make the right read. In rhythm, they get it done. They're going to walk out of here with the win, David.
And this used to be a situation where you'd see offenses get very conservative, run the football. We gotta play safe. No. I'm putting the ball in my best player's hands, telling him to go end this thing, and he does exactly that.
So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the part each and every week. And that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team's tough to beat.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack,